Hi, students, and welcome to week 2 in general psychology. I hope last week went well for you. Of course, you had the getting started module. Hopefully you were able to get your Connect account all set up. Some of those preliminary assignments on introducing yourself. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed reading more about you guys and understanding you a little bit better. And then of course you covered chapters 1 and 2. So at this point, again, I have to remind you this is a Flex 1 course, which means we run about 8 weeks long. But I am still covering what I would cover in a typical 16-week course. So we will be tackling about 2 chapters a week. So so far, you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, and you can expect this coming week, week 2, to be very much like what you saw from chapters 1 and 2 last week. So this week we'll cover chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 3 is on the biological foundations of behavior. So I'm looking here in the module. And in addition to some assignments that you will have in Connect, and hopefully by this point you've realized that even though it may look like a lot, some of them are only 4 questions long, so they're not very long assignments, but I have picked out assignments that will hopefully give you a better grasp on the material and extra practice on those concepts that might be a little bit more difficult. So some of these Connect assignments, and then your chapter 3 post-test, all in Connect. And then chapter 4 is on sensation and perception. So in addition to a couple of assignments in Connect and your chapter 4 post-test, you are quiz. You also have a discussion question over chapter 4. So as I open this discussion question here, I want to make sure that you're looking at these elements here. So remember, any discussion question, your classmates can see your response. So this is to be interactive. This is to share information that you've learned about chapter 4 with your classmates, just like if we were having a discussion in class together. So you can read a little bit about the measurement. I'm also using this to count as your student learning outcome. That's what SLO stands for, number 5. And so, and then of course you get a grade for it. So what you need to do is post your initial post by this coming Wednesday, a little before midnight. So word count is about 150 words, which is about 2 to 4 paragraphs. And what you're writing about is how is the perception and tolerance of pain different across various cultures. Explain how cultural expectations may influence the perception and experience of pain in men and women. And so if you go into your book, you can start seeing some information about that. Certainly you want to use the library. Remember, in the Getting Started module, there are videos on how to search for articles in the library. So as we look here, you're prepping by reading the chapter, understanding what we're talking about with pain perception, which is found in chapter 4, and then finding an article, locate and utilize information from a scholarly research. Again, can't remind you enough that in that Getting Started module is videos on how to use the library, how to find articles. So some of the keywords that I would use are things like pain differences in cultures, pain differences between males and females, pain tolerance in different cultures. Anything, start broad with that topic. Just use some of these keywords here from the question you're answering, and then find an article that appeals to you, that's interesting to you. And so basically you'll read the journal article that you find, and then you will use your knowledge and write a summary that you'll share with your classmates. So ideally, right at the end of this, we'll have, about 25 different articles that were read. And I don't have to go read each article if I'm a student, a classmate of yours, but I can get the gist from the summary that you've provided. so that we all learn a little bit from each other about this idea of sensation and perception. Make sure that you cite your article in APA format. I have a lot of examples. Again, go to that Getting Started module. This is practice on APA format. Don't get too stressed out about that. I will provide any clarification, any corrections needed on APA format, but this time around, especially the first time, just make it your best attempt. You won't lose that many points for not getting that citation perfect. You will lose points if you don't provide it at all. So make sure you get it in there. Okay, so that's part one. By Wednesday, you're reading an article and you're posting your response to it. Part two of that is to go into your classmates and on at least, I say on at least 2 days. This is just in the perfect world so that they're spread out and you all have enough of the different articles to comment on, so not one person's post gets all the comments. So it's ideal. I'm not gonna like, oh my gosh, they didn't post it on Thursday and then one on Sunday. Just make sure that you get 2 posts on your classmates' post, okay? So I'm now reading through, I picked 2 out and I'm responding. So maybe I'm asking a further question, I'm talking about how interesting I found their summary, whatever it is that really just kind of draws up the conversation and makes it more of a learning experience for everybody in the class. And so there's some tips here, some criteria. Of course, back up at the top, it's not showing in my view right now, but you can see the grading rubric for it. So again, important assignment, not only because it is a significant grade, you don't have that many discussion questions. So when you miss one, that does affect your grade significantly, but also because this is a measurement for student learning outcome number 5. So, you can always reach out to me if you have any questions. Please let me know if you need any further, examples or what have you. I'm happy to do that for you. Good luck this week. I hope you're all staying healthy and safe and enjoying what we're learning about so far in psychology. So welcome to week 2. Let's have a great week together.